Joe Budden apologized to Megan Thee Stallion for clowning her mental health. Now, I don't really care about what she got to say for real, and I'm not trying to be harsh or mean. It's just like you trying to make it seem like you just had the most worst time when your career went on the uprise. Now that it's on a little bit of a, it went like a little bit of on a decline because of your problems with your label and everything. You want to try to paint it like, oh, Tory, yeah, he's had the most best time. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He's been blackballed. You had people that had nothing to do with the situation talking about, oh, he's worse than 6ix9ine. He's a bitch. When I see him, I'm gonna do this to him and all that and all that. It's like, come on. He had a lot of opportunities shut down because of you, and a lot of other personal things shut down because of you. So it's like you can't play like a super victim. Like you didn't get no good out of this situation. Come on, cut it out. Let's be real. But without further ado, shout out to Chicks Moves. We're gonna get straight into the video.
I know Chiggs is in here recording this.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know Chig gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I like you.
Come on.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth.
So Joe
What's up,
Budden
you
has
guys?
apologized to
Chicks,
Megan Thee Stallion for joking on her mental health. The conversation stems from when Megan Thee Stallion said in court that she wishes Tory Lanez would have shot and killed her, so that way she wouldn't have to go through this whole trial. Now, for somebody like Joe Budden, who has been a huge advocate for mental health, and somebody whose music also reflected that issue, it was a little bit out of character to see Joe Budden clowning Megan Thee Stallion for what she said. Here's Joe's apology.
I'm apologizing to Meg. Meg, the people that love her, her handlers, her team, the people that have to support her through what has to be an exhausting trial. I listened back. I got a few phone calls from women that I love and appreciate and admire.
I told you.
You didn't do a good job of telling me.
They've been kicking my ass.
That didn't really explain it well.
I know. Because you wasn't
Because
on
I didn't ask you. Because I didn't ask you. Well, tell it to us. The problem is, I tell you, men don't need mics and podcasts. We all stupid. All of us are stupid. Humans are stupid. Y'all, if you think you're smart, you're only smart for a human. You're not really smart. Yeah, I asked you to explain it. You didn't, as the OG of the pod, as the older person on the pod. The OG.
Yo, is it
so
that,
I had
is it
a
that
whole.
I didn't explain it, or you just ain't give a fuck about receiving what I was saying?
Not true. Not true. Not that I didn't receive what you were saying, but the shit is. There's so many opinions about so many varying things, and communication is blurred. So everybody just is picking a front and going with that. I'm not mad at that part, and that's not what I'm apologizing for. I'm apologizing for the careless manner in which I joked about her mental health. That didn't sit right with my soul and my spirit. And one of them Twitter niggas checked me too. I appreciate it. He did it very eloquently. I liked him. But that's not funny, because whether you believe her or don't believe her, can you afford to be wrong? And the answer is no. I would not feel right if that girl went home and did something to herself.
Right? I do.
Because then I would
that.
just be a part of the pile on. And there is seemingly a Meg hate train going on across socials. I want to acknowledge that. I see that too.
Even from women.
It comes
Because
off.
everybody feels
There's
like
a hate
she's
train.
lying.
There's a
It's
hate
not
train.
about no hate.
There's a hate train. But she's the most popular, polarizing name in this case, and many people are exploiting that. Many people, from journalists to the court to the DA to the record label to the publicist to the management. It's being exploited. So when these headlines go out, they're going out in a very specific, particular way, which is why I had to go do some real self-reflection. I'm useless to y'all as a podder if I can't go watch game tape and.
I'm glad Joe apologized. I think in speaking on Megan Thee Stallion, he kind of let his bias take over. If you don't like somebody or you don't really care for somebody, you're obviously not going to take anything that they say seriously. You're going to clown them at anything that they say. Regardless of what you feel about Megan Thee Stallion in this case, I think it's still important to prioritize somebody's mental health. We've seen it all too often. We never know what people are going through and how serious their issue may be. So I think this apology to Megan Thee Stallion was the right way to go. Tell me what you
Facts.
guys think about this, man. Push comments below. Subscribe to my channel.
Shout out to Chicks Move, but I really feel like, okay, understand, like, okay, her mental health and everything, but it's like at the same time you can't just play super victim in this situation. Like, you didn't have no play and nothing happening. That's my point. I'm not saying mental health is a joke, because it's definitely not, especially with, a lot of people not having a problem nowadays with just easily, taking themselves out. That's not something I condone. Mental health is something that definitely needs to be more aware of. Because you never know who's really hurting on the inside. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for the love and support. Shout out to Joe Budden for being a man and standing up and apologizing. Love is love, and I'm gonna catch you in the next video.